What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Time to play an absolute PlayStation 2 classic. Jak and Daxter. Now, full disclosure. Back in the day, and I'll repeat this. Probably every episode at least. I did not play this game. The first one I played was Jak 2. Because it looked cooler. I didn't care as much. But not only oh wow, that's like what I would have put it as. Anyway, so I didn't play this game as a kid, and I haven't finished it to this day. I had started playing it on my PS2 back before I moved the first time. But after I moved the first time, I didn't really hook my PS2 back up. So I didn't get around to it. So this will be a treat for everybody. Bear in mind, of course, I've only really played Jak 2 and Jak 3. And I've played them a lot. But, you know, there's just differences.
I have spent my life searching for the answers that my father and my father's fathers failed to find. Who were the precursors? Why did they create the vast monoliths that litter our planet? How did they harness eco, the life energy of the world? What was their purpose? And why did they vanish? I have asked the plants, but they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall. Even the rocks do not recall. Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy. Oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of green eco, one of the wisest men on the planet. So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Hey! Jak, old green stuff told us not
I gotta
to
say,
come
Daxter really gets an upgrade by becoming a little Lotso. He just looks so weird.
Continue your search for artifacts and eco. If the locals possess precursor items, you know what to do.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
What are we doing here anyway, Jak?
Lightly failed
this
or
place
something.
gives me the creeps. Huh? Oh, stupid precursor junk.
I almost forgot that Jak couldn't talk.
Eek! What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly. The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crud? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that?
Ready? Go explode, guys. Dead.
Man, that stung! I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened! What?
I guess he only didn't look as big because his eyes are the same fucking size.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Bloody size. Good stuff. Like I said, I really haven't played this one.
What in green tarnation do you two want?
I was...
Don't tell me! Instead of heeding my wisdom, the two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go.
I mean, you only know that because
right.
you have...
And Daxter,
friggin'
you finally took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eco.
Look, old man! Are you gonna keep yapping? Or are you gonna help me out of this
for a
mess?
fact,
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement. And besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the Sage. But he lives far to the north. Far, far to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either. None of the three sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their ends on for quite a while. The only other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon, but its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it, if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. But where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or two stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even more of them out in the wilds just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave
want you
adventurer
bad,
at least.
Brave adventurer? You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of
It's
that
weird
dark
there are
gooey
no,
eco stuff, will
subtitles,
we? Because
though.
I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you.
Get in there before I turn you both into ferns.
Like, why aren't there subtitles? Ableist bullshit.
This device is a communicator. With it, my father and I can give you a...
It really, really bothers me. Ableist bullshit.
Device
He
at any
says
time during your
here.
quest. These floating egg-shaped things are precursor orbs. Collect enough of them, and some of the villagers will give you a power cell in exchange.
These things are everywhere compared to... oof. That needs to be changed if I can. Game options... Never mind, I cannot change that. Adorable. There are a lot of things that cannot be changed. There we go. I still, like, instinctively remember how to play this game. Well, like, Jak and Daxter games in general, you know what I mean? Because, like, it's, yeah. Anyway. There we go. Hey, how you doing? How have you been? I was just wondering if the, because remember at least once my, message thing was not working.
It's a power cell.
So good to see you.
The most important precursor artifact you can find. You need to collect 20 of these so I can power the heat shield for your A-Grav zoomer.
So how you doing? How you been? How's quarantine treating you? Oh, for those of you wondering. Oh, at least you get to work from home. My job got canceled. Service industry, right? What are you gonna do?
Hey, you found one of my scout flies. I sent 7 of them to each area to look for power cells, but the lurkers must have captured them all.
That's Blue Eco, which contains the energy of motion. Blue Eco allows you to run fast, break boxes.
Ah, it's a loan company. That makes sense. I was wondering.
Artifacts when you get near them.
Yeah, movie theaters don't count. Restaurants that are dine-in only don't count. You don't exactly have a to-go service. So. Hell yeah, dog. I got Blue Eco. Does things.
Notice how each Blue Eco cluster you pick up increases the time you can use its power.
Oh, no. Oh, you good, you good. But yeah. I'm not even all that mad. Like, I'm kind of upset that my job is currently gone, but I understand why. Because, like, you know, in my line of work, we were incredibly vulnerable to potential disaster. The camera's inverted. True. Still, and our company is trying to be as cool as possible about it. They're like, look, we understand that this sucks. If you guys come back when this is all over, there's a bonus check for you. Really? They passed Bernie's amendment? Sweet. That's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, I got a letter from the unemployment office today. They were like, as of April 5th, the amount of jobs you have to look for using TWC in order to qualify is 0. You have to look for 0 jobs instead of 5. Because I was like, how am I going to look for 5 on your broken TWC website if, you know, no one's hiring because everything is closed? Because I would have had to been searching for 5 jobs actively every week in order to qualify for unemployment, because Texas does not want you to have unemployment.
That's
like
a blue
ever.
eco vent. More concentrated than the floating clusters. This vent will give you a full charge of blue eco, letting you use it for the maximum time.
Yeah, they do apparently have toilet paper. Jokes on the rest of the world, I have a shit ton of toilet paper, because I had bought a lot of toilet paper right before, right after my grandfather passed and right before my grandmother did, because I did not want to go shopping for a while.
Breathe energy into all kinds of precursor artifacts.
And I went to Sam's and got a 45 pack. So, those of you listening in the future during the apocalypse, I indeed have toilet paper. Come at me, I guess? I don't know. Is it? I have no idea if Kira is voiced by Amethyst. Yeah, my grandparents passed. It has been a while since we talked. My grandfather passed away late January, like, he passed away on the 25th, and then my grandmother passed 2 weeks after. So luckily they didn't have to see any of this bullshit.
Those little green balls of energy on the ground are a type of eco. Pick
yeah.
up 50 small green ecos.
I was.
One big green one to increase your health.
I was indeed living with them. And, I'm still living in their house. But, we're about to... My brother and I are about to move. We found a place. Luckily my family doesn't watch this channel, because we haven't told my family. Because my family is awful people. And they couldn't necessarily stop anything that we're doing. But they're mad that my grandparents left my brother and I something extra outside of the will. And that money is, of course, what we're using to put the down payment on our house. Small house. Nice house. Hey, cool, I got them all. I don't know, maybe. It has been a while since we talked. But, I'm gonna be mostly streaming tonight. Doing all this... I'm gonna do like 4 episodes of this tonight, I think. Oh no.
You can't come back through the wharf gate until you find all 4 power cells on this island.
Okay, man. Can't come back till you find all 4 power cells. Had to try. Where could the last one possibly be then? And she said she had how many scout flies? 7 in every area? Because, I'll be honest, only found 1. No, you're good. Data Vanitas is, all of the data fights are so hard. Oh! Here's where I wasn't.
Sometimes you'll want to hit things with a greater force. To break one of these boxes, you should jump in the air, and then dive down onto it, hands first.
Fair enough. And how is you doing? How is your boy doing? Weathering this crisis okay, I hope.
That last scoutfly had a power cell. I'll bet if you collect all 7 in each area, you can find even more power cells.
Well, we need 20 power cells, and I have 4, so that's 1/5 of them out of the way. Yeah, Jak 2 and Jak 3 are so much better than Jak and Daxter already. I can just feel it.
Good training, boys. But that's nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
Then no problem. We got the moves, eh, Jak? We'd love to stay and chat, Big Green, but we're, itching to get on with our adventures.
Fine, fine. Adventure away, then.
Well, tell him I said hi.
Adventuring.
Oh, God.
Why don't you make yourself useful? My darn green eco-collectors are clogged up again. Head out to the far side of the beach and clear them out, why don't you? Follow the lamps. They'll take you right there. Now, all of you, get out of here!
You say all of us, but, like, isn't your daughter one of all of us? Doesn't she, like, live here? you doing?
Hey, baby. What do you say you and I go cruising on this A-Grav Zoomer?
Rule number 1, I don't date animals.
Ah, you don't know what you're missing.
Listen, if you need something to keep you busy, my father always talked about an ancient precursor pipeline hidden deep underground. Some of these pipes end in vents from which eco flows freely, and some have been capped off so that the eco is sealed back. There must be a way to turn the capped vents on. I traced part of the pipeline back to the Forbidden Temple. Maybe you should look there for some type of switch.
Okay. Good. Hell yeah, I'm proud of you. Bonnie's house is hard.
Hey! It looks like scout flies are always in red boxes.
Yes.
No, don't tell me that you two have problems as well. The first I hear of monster sightings near the village.
I am streaming
Now
from my
this.
PS4, yes.
See those gears up there, boys? See them? See how they're not moving? That means our
With the
village
share
has no
button.
power. The eco beam
On your
coming
controller.
from the jungle temple has been interrupted. And boys, everyone's too frightened to go out and find out what's happened.
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah. Oh, you're funny. Now look, if you two fix the eco beam,
You just never pressed that button on your controller. Never.
And another thing,
Never cared to wonder.
If by any chance you're interested in making a contribution to my re-election campaign, I might be willing to part with yet another power cell.
I mean, no one watches me,
Contribution
but here I
is
am.
a very modest 90.
Yeah, I've
precursor
seen some of those, your victory clips. Haven't watched the full things or anything because I'm just like, shit. Yeah, you just you do broadcasts. You press the broadcast option.
Well, hello there, my dear boy. You've caught me at a most inopportune moment. I was to set off on my journeys yesterday, but I seem to be a spot short on the old precursor orbs. I would have pledged my word that I had 90 of them, but I gather that your young friend, you know, the little annoying, miserably ugly one, might have just pilfered them as a sort of a spot of fun. Anyway, would you be kind enough to loan your dear old uncle 90 precursor orbs so he can get underway? I would offer you a power cell in return.
You're not my uncle. Just because we're both blonde does not mean that you're my uncle. In fact, he's a liar. I can see the chat on the PS4. That's the only reason I'm able to answer you. In fact, you can see the chat on YouTube as well.
Hey! Little furry dude! Oh, I thought for a moment you were my muse.
Your what?
Haven't you ever seen a muse before? It's a little glowing squirrel about your size, full of spunk, and crazy as a lark.
Oh, I get it. Like a sidekick.
As a matter
no, you're
of
good.
fact, without my muse, I just can't sculpt.
Like, if I couldn't see your words on screen right now, trying to talk to anyone who was talking to me would be friggin' impossible. Learned that when I was doing my Doom stream, because for some reason the words were not appearing on screen.
I just hope she's all right.
And so,
Parcel, if you bring her back to me.
Wait a minute. We are not going back to Misty Island. Are we?
we might be. You know, of course. Now, I'm not going to 100% this game, because I don't really care about this game as much as I care about the other entries in the series. Like, I just don't. I'm already not having as much fun as I have in Jak 2. So, I am going to... like... I'm gonna beat this game. I'm just not gonna 100%. Hey listen man, I don't like this game as much as I like Jak 2. Like Jak 2, I'll 100%. Jak 3, I'll 100%. But this game? Yeah, fuck this game. I'll 100% any of the Spyro games too. I just don't know that I'm gonna 100% this. Well, I did Kingdom Hearts 1. Number 2 is really long. You said shootery. I thought you said short. I was like, dude, number 2 is a really long game. Number 3 is way too short for me. Especially with the, like, they add all these cool new mechanics, and I want to start with all of this here blue. I like the guns in Jak 2 and Jak 3. The easiest way to differentiate the two is Jak has a different aesthetic in each game. Jak 2 he has sleeves, in Jak 3 he does not have sleeves. That is the primary difference. I don't know where these bombs are coming from. Well, these aren't bombs. These are bombs. They're made in a factory. A bomb factory.
Hey! That pelican just snagged a power cell! Let's go kick some big bird butt!
Yeah. Try playing in Proud Mode, because I got through all of Kingdom Hearts 1 for my stream already, and I'm going to get back to the Kingdom Hearts streams as soon as I move into the new house. I just wanted to wait for a new setting.
Enough orbs to trade for a power cell. Let's get back and make the switch already.
It's a mental thing, but it doesn't take me as long to get through these games as it takes me to get through Kingdom Hearts, and I didn't want to be in the middle of moving before getting to Kingdom Hearts. Hard mode, all you gotta do is, you know, just do better. You just fight. Fight harder and choose shield. Ultra's a pro game, so give it easy. Player I know. Unless he actually thinks that I'm the best. Because I am terrible, and I brute force my way through. Like, he watched me brute force my way through Kingdom Hearts. I'm a degenerate. It's twerk. Well, not everyone's as good at Kingdom Hearts as you.
What a weird-looking thing! I bet we can get this open if you power up with that zappy blue eco stuff.
Well, I'd love to power up the zappy. I got up here. Right passage of time. I do like that. See, I got through Bully in 4 episodes, and each of those episodes is about 4 hours long, so I got through Bully in 16 hours. Okay, yeah, 2 and 3, I only feel easier because they're... And, like... Kingdom Hearts 1's hard because sort of... That was cool. Alright. Kinda hoping there would be enough distance. I know how to do this.
Good job! Now meet me down here by the egg.
That's true.
Oh my! I hope the poor dear's okay. Here's a power cell for your valor.
Oh, I didn't even talk to this person. I had no idea what I was doing.
No! Look, isn't that cute? It thinks you're its mama.
Ah! I'm not your mom! You see any feathers here?
Oh, love at first sight.
Ah, it's just because he doesn't want to be a parent.
I'll take this little chick back to the village with me and work with the sage to take care of her.
Okay, so I just completed a side mission without having accepted a side mission because I legitimately didn't know. I didn't see anyone standing there. I just saw a thing, and then Daxter was like, "Hey, you could probably break the Sega if you do this thing," and I'm like, "I'm playing a video game. I'll do that." So, you know. Okay, that's where the bombs were coming from. It's over there. I wasn't actually 100% sure. We are diamond dogs. Crazy, healing black hole. Collect a finite amount of eco. Not having to collect power cells is also like a good thing.
Well, I see that you two have finally decided to unblock my collectors. I would offer my congratulations, but you have so much to do, I won't waste your time. By the way, if things don't work out, Daxter could always get a job controlling the village rat problem.
Man, he really hates you. That was a friggin' piece of shit. I'm not sure how these dudes are in the village. I just one-shot them. They have incredible power. Most powerful. All powerful. Jak. Kinda hoping there'd be a power cell. Not gonna lie. Because that cool blue-haired broad that likes me, she wants these power cells, you know? I'm willing to oblige her. There's a power cell. Whoop. I am the crab fighter.
Seagulls!
Birds.
Let's buzz them for kicks.
Need 2 more of those. Crabs. Okay, what?
Yeah, so we got a precursor launcher here, but you aren't powered up with the blue stuff. So it ain't gonna help us!
You know shit, jackass. Yeah, that's why Kingdom Hearts 2 and 3. It's because they're more fast-paced. These cameras.
Punch those poles out from below.
Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. You can still watch while you eat, you know. Just don't have to, Here we go, here we go, here we go. Alright. Well, fine, watch Disney. See if I get it. I wonder if I can stand on that. Probably not. Why does it help me to be up here? See you later. Cool. I'm the greatest.
All right! You found all the scout flies in this area.
I'm the king. Chase the seagulls. Pelican. Right. But there's another one over there. Another one over there. Does anyone remember where the pelican went? Ooh, fall damage. I'm chasing the seagulls just like friggin' Daxter asked me to. I just don't know where I'm chasing them to. I am definitely not sure how chasing seagulls led that to happen. But whatever.
Wow! They caused an avalanche! Let's check it out!
Did they though? Did they? Ridiculous. That's where the goddamn seagull is. I'll get the seagull.
Auga! Auga! Dive for those orbs, Jack! Dive!
I hate you. I hate you more than you can imagine, Daxter. I don't think that's going to be the way in that I hope it is. It was not. I can get the pelicans here. There we go. Orbs. There we go. Let's see.
before the pelican scoops it up again!
Worked on it. Hell yeah. Just gotta figure out how to I think I maybe get don't see any closer source of blue eco. The primary concern. I don't know, what do you guys think? How do we get the blue eco, whose only sources seem to be over there, to the two blue eco thingies over there? I know that's got a bunch of orbs in it. Oh, maybe I'm gonna have to come back to this area because I just can't see. Hey. Someone with the internet help me figure out how to do it. I don't mind taking help. Can't go over there because I'll get eaten. Let's see. Okay. I do, in fact, have to come back later. There's a blue eco vent, but I have to go into something called the Forbidden Jungle to unlock said vent. So almost completely completed the beach. I forget what this lady needed. 90 orbs.
So, you want to make a contribution? Good. A sizable one, I hope. Yes. Oh, it is a sizable contribution. I just hope this power cell adequately represents my gratitude.
What? You don't have the full stash? Well, any less than 90 precursor orbs, and I shan't have a chance to get underway, dear boy.
Fuck you, I'm working on it. Do you have any idea? Yeah, maybe I can probably go back to the... Oh, look! Something I missed. Yes. There we go. 90 precursor orders for the guy pretending to be my uncle.
I see you two are back to make the trade. Good, good, jolly good. Hey, you have the precursor orbs that we agreed on? I hope you put this hard-earned power cell to good use. Cheerio, ta-ta, bye-bye.
Why do you need orbs for your trip and not a power cell? Something doesn't add up. Something doesn't add up. You'd think a power cell would more realistic thing. Excuse me. Excuse me. Something about this whole thing. I'm vests. Jack probably have an easier time if he would just master all 4 ecos.
Check out that funky sculpture sitting on the rocks over there.
that. Alright. Damn it. Doing that trajectory wrong. I thought that was a box. I wonder if that song is fair use yet. Lion slipped in
This
my
must be
hair.
a precursor oracle like the sage always goes on about. I hope they weren't as ugly in person.
Who awakens the oracle? Wait, one of you has the light within. From before time, I have watched and waited for the true hero to return. Present to me 120 precursor orbs for each power cell I contain.
Okay. I have awaited you, hero of time, essentially. Now go get me money. I will say this, it's funny, you know, so Jak is essentially the PlayStation version of Link. They're both mute, they're both the hero of time, they're both blonde, they both have multiple potential love interests. Damn it. Idiot. God. Way to harsh my melody. That's probably a blue well. So I was watching My Hero Academia. I got caught up. I gotta say, watching Deku essentially look like Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan was pretty funny. There was one particularly intense fight. First time he got the channel all for one at 100% without hurting himself. Spoiler alert for those of you who are not caught up. It does indeed eventually happen. Which makes sense, like the series is clearly building towards that sort of thing. Because every time I think, oh wow, how's he gonna get out of this one, I stay optimistic, because I remember that as dark as the anime can get, it's a very optimistic show. Because it seems to be about optimism. But more importantly, like, Deku told us in the beginning of the show, this is the story of how I became the greatest hero in the world. So, that means that, you know, he will eventually win. But also, the writing on the show is just...
And keep away from those dark ego boxes!
The writing on My Hero is just so good. Like, legitimately, every character has their own unique personality, their own, like, interesting, like, nuances and things about them. Not every story can say that. I occasionally have trouble as a writer. I occasionally have trouble like keeping all of my characters' voices truly unique, you know? And so to see a show, or to see a work do it so well, and especially considering, you know, like this is an anime and a manga, so like it's like one writer doing all of this basically by himself, and to have the writing be better, Like, to have an homage to American superheroes and American comics be better written than a lot of our comics is also something, you know? Like, I'm gonna go out and say it. I think it's a better superhero story than Marvel and DC put out half the time. And this is one person managing all of these different characters and perspectives successfully. It's just great. It's just really, really great.
Ouch!
Anyway, I really like My Hero. It's a good show. Makes me feel good to watch. It's inspiring. And it's just one of the best shows I've seen in a good long time. I'm dead. I knew I shouldn't have propelled myself.
I'll avenge you! Not?
Jerk. Daxter sucks. Another reason to kill Goku? He is so orange. There are other colors. Speaking of great things, I think that Dragon Ball Z Abridged is one of the best. It's probably just about the best way to actually watch much of Dragon Ball. Yeah, it helps if you've already seen it before, but if like you're rewatching the series, it'd be easier to just watch Dragon Ball Z Abridged and enjoy that than try and see through all of Dragon Ball Z again. And further still, you could watch all of Dragon Ball and it will go into Dragon Ball Z Abridged without issue. Like, it actually works really well. Just to praise my fellow YouTubers. That's technically I am a YouTuber now. I don't really have a following or anything yet. But we'll get there. Oh my god. We're at the hour mark, boys and girls. So, all that means is I'm gonna go ahead and cut this episode here. And, start the next one immediately after. So for those of you following me, yeah. Alright, thanks for joining in this episode. Next time on Boom Jam. Bye-bye.